I used to play around with hearts, hasten at my call.
Some of the biggest hit songs in history make absolutely no sense. I'm talking about songs with one word, random sounds, even nonsense lyrics, and they still hit #1. Yeah, that actually happened. While serious artists were writing deep, meaningful music,
You can rock it, you can roll it, you can stop it, even stroll it at the hot. Well, I played this game with other hearts, but I never thought I'd see.
these tracks did the opposite. Simple, weird, almost stupid, and they won. So now the question isn't, are these songs good? It's this: how did something so simple beat everything else? Because once you hear them, you don't just remember them, you can't escape them.
With a broken heart, won her victory, poor little fool.
Number 1. Tequila, The Champs. No lyrics, no story, one word. Tequila. That's it. And somehow, it went #1. In an era where lyrics mattered, this track beat fully written songs with almost nothing. That shouldn't work, but it did. The sax hits, and people don't think, they react instantly. Dance floors move before the brain catches up. Critics called it lazy, said it lacked substance. But here's the problem. You still recognize it in seconds, decades later. One word, one sound, one moment, and it wins. That's uncomfortable, because it proves something most musicians don't want to admit. Emotion can overpower meaning. You don't need complexity to dominate attention. You need impact. Immediate, undeniable impact. And this song? It doesn't explain itself. It doesn't try. It just hits. And somehow, that's enough. Number 2. Rockin Robin, Bobby Day.
Love to hear the robin go tweet, 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 Rockin Robin, tweet, tweet, tweet.
Too happy, too simple, too childish. That's what people said, and they missed the point, because this song outlived almost everything around it. Think about that. While serious tracks faded, this one kept flying.
Every little swallow, every chickadee, every little bird in the tall tree.
Why? Because it does one thing perfectly. It makes you feel good instantly. No effort, no thinking, just energy. The rhythm bounces, the melody sticks, and suddenly you're smiling without realizing it. That shouldn't be powerful, but it is.
He rocks in the treetop all day long, popping and a-popping and a-singing his song.
Even now, decades later, it still works. And that raises a question most people ignore. Maybe depth isn't what lasts. Maybe joy is. Pure, immediate joy. If that's true, then this.
Slow rockin' Robin, 'cause we're really gonna rock tonight.
Number 3. Get a Job, The Silhouettes.
After breakfast every day, you know the one is right my way. I never fail to say.
Sha-na-na-na, and it's already stuck. No buildup, no complexity, just instant replay in your brain. And here's the irony. A song about being broke became a massive hit. That's insane. Some people laughed at it, called it simple, even childish. But others felt something deeper. Because behind the rhythm, it's real. Pressure, struggle, being told you're not enough. no polish, no filter, just truth wrapped in sound. And that's why it connected. It didn't try to impress, it reflected reality. Today, people chase production, layers, perfection. This song ignored all of that and still won. Because simplicity, when it's honest, hits harder than complexity ever could. So ask yourself, when was the last time a song this basic felt this real? Exactly.
Well, when I get the paper, I read it through.
Well, Johnny sings a love song like a bird. He sings the sweetest love song.
Number 4, Bird Dog, the Everly Brothers.
Well, hey, bird down, keep away from my quail. Hey, bird down, you run.
Johnny is a bird dog, and somehow, that's enough for a hit song. It sounds ridiculous, almost childish. A guy stealing your girl, and you respond with playground insults? Really? Critics rolled their eyes, said it lacked sophistication. But audiences? They loved it. Because it was direct, petty, honest, no filters, no pretending. And that's rare.
Hey, bird down, keep away from my cheek. Hey, bird down, you better keep away quick.
Most songs hide behind metaphors. This one doesn't. It calls it out. Loud, repetitive, impossible to miss. And maybe that's why it's stuck. Because jealousy isn't elegant. It's messy, immature, real. Fast forward to now, nothing's changed. Different words, same emotions, same drama. So maybe this wasn't a dumb song. Maybe it was accurate. And accuracy, when it hits, is more powerful than intelligence.
Bird down, you better find a chicken and love you.
Well, I saw the thing coming out of the sky. It had a one long horn.
Number 5, The Purple People Eater, Sheb Woolley.
It was a one-eyed, one-horned, flying purple people eater. One-eyed, one-horned, flying.
A one-eyed, one-horned, flying creature that eats purple people. And this was the biggest song in America. It sounds like a joke, because it is. But it still dominated radio, charts, everything. Kids loved it. Adults? Some were furious, said music was getting ridiculous. And honestly, they weren't completely wrong. But here's the twist. People remembered this more than serious songs.
I wouldn't let you go, you're so tough.
It was a one-eyed, one-horned, flying purple people.
Why? Because it didn't try to be smart. It went straight for attention and locked it in. Before viral content existed, this was the blueprint. Weird wins, catchy wins, memorable wins. You don't analyze it, you repeat it. And that's the trap. Because once it's in your head, it doesn't leave. So what matters more, being meaningful or being unforgettable? Because this song made its choice, and it worked.
Swing until
You ain't gonna rock and roll no more. Yakety yak.
Don't hold that.
Just finished cleaning up your.
Number 6, Yakety Yak, the Coasters.
Bring in the dog and put out the cat. Yakety yak.
Don't hold that.
Take out the papers and the trash, and suddenly you're a teenager again. This song sounds playful, almost harmless, but listen closer. It's rebellion in disguise. Parents barking orders, kids pushing back, and somehow it became a hit. That's wild, because at the time, adults hated it, said it encouraged disrespect. But teens? They felt seen. Finally, a song that didn't lecture, but mirrored real life.
You give me no dirty looks. Your father's guilty knows what.
No deep poetry, no complex message, just truth, loud, catchy, impossible to ignore. And that's why it stuck. It wasn't polished, it was real. Fast forward to now, the dynamic hasn't changed. Different generation, same tension, same frustration. So maybe this wasn't just a fun song. Maybe it was documentation, a snapshot of conflict that never goes away. And that hook still hits like a warning or a reminder.
Bring in the dog and put out the cat. Yakety yak.
Don't call that.
You can rock it, you can roll it, you can slop it, even stroll it at the hop, 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 hop. When the record stops.
Number 7. At the Hop, Danny and the Juniors.
Let's go to the hop. Let's go to the hop. Let's go to the hop.
Before clubs, before festivals, there was the hop. And this song didn't just describe it, it created it. Simple beat, simple lyrics, zero complexity. And yet, it exploded. Why? Because it gave people a place to belong, a sound they could gather around. Critics didn't take it seriously, said it was shallow, temporary. But here's the twist. Moments built on simplicity often last the longest.
All the guys and chicks can get their kicks at the hop, 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 hop.
Because they're shared, collective, real. This track turned ordinary rooms into something bigger. Energy, movement, identity. You didn't analyze it, you joined it. And that's the difference. Not every song needs to be deep. Some just need to connect. Instantly. So maybe the real power here wasn't the music. It was what the music made people do. And honestly, that's harder to create than meaning.
Let's go to the hop. Come on.
Dream, dream, dream when I want you.
Number 8. All I Have to Do Is Dream. The Everly Brothers.
And all your charms whenever I want you.
Soft, gentle, almost too simple. And yet, it dominated everything. No heavy drums, no dramatic build, just harmony and emotion. Some called it repetitive, said nothing really happens. But that's exactly why it works. It doesn't push, it pulls. Quietly, relentlessly. The kind of song that doesn't demand attention, but takes it anyway. And here's the uncomfortable truth.
I can make you mine, taste your lips of wine.
It proves you don't need complexity to create impact. Just clarity. A single idea, a single feeling, repeated perfectly. Today we chase layers, production, noise. But this strips everything away and still wins. So maybe we've been overthinking music this whole time. Maybe people don't want more. Maybe they want less done right. And if that's true, this song wasn't basic. It was precise.
That I could die, I love you so.
Number 9. Little Star, The Elegance.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder where you are.
This song barely changes. Same melody, same feeling, over and over. Some people called it boring, and honestly, they had a point. But here's the part that doesn't make sense. It still became a hit. Rooms slowed down, conversations faded, and suddenly this simple track held everyone's attention. Why? Because it didn't fight to stand out. It stayed consistent, soft, repetitive, almost hypnotic, like a memory you can't shake. And that's the twist. The songs people dismiss as too basic are often the ones that last the longest. Not because they're complex, but because they're familiar, easy to return to, easy to feel. So what is great music really? Something impressive or something you don't want to let go of?
I used to play around with hearts, hasten at my call.
Number 10. Poor Little Fool, Ricky Nelson.
She'd play around and tease me with her carefree devil eyes.
The first official Billboard Hot 100 #1, and it's about being played. That's not glamorous. That's not heroic. That's embarrassing. And yet, it resonated instantly because everyone's been there. Trusting the wrong person, ignoring the signs, paying for it later. The melody is smooth, almost comforting, but the message? Brutal. You were warned. You didn't listen. Now you deal with it.
The next day she was gone and I knew she lied to me.
Some called it too soft, too safe. But that softness is exactly what made it universal. It doesn't attack, it confesses. And that's harder. Even today, songs about heartbreak try to sound strong. This one doesn't. It accepts the loss, quietly, honestly. And maybe that's why it lasted. Because real pain doesn't always scream. Sometimes it just stays.
She told me how she cared for me, that we'd never part.
Song about a Saturday night. Yeah.
Number 11. Splish Splash, Bobby Darin.
I stepped out the truck, put my feet on the floor. I wrapped the towel around me and I opened.
Started as a joke, literally, a random phrase and suddenly a hit record. Splish Splash, I was taking a bath. That's the hook, that's the concept, and somehow it worked. Critics didn't know what to do with it. Too silly, too trivial. But audiences didn't care because it was fun, immediate, visual. You hear it, you see it. A party, chaos, energy, no overthinking. And that's the point.
The party going on, it was a fishing and a slam, rhythm with the feeling, moving.
Not every song needs depth to be effective. Sometimes clarity wins. A single scene, a single vibe, executed perfectly. And here's the uncomfortable truth. This throwaway idea outperformed carefully crafted music. So what does that say about creativity? Maybe it's not about effort. Maybe it's about impact. And this hits instantly. Number 12. Hard-Headed Woman, Elvis Presley. This wasn't subtle, not even close. Elvis went loud, bold, almost confrontational, and people noticed. Some loved it, others pushed back hard. Said it reinforced stereotypes, too aggressive, too blunt. But controversy? That only made it bigger. Because underneath the attitude, there's energy, confidence, presence, and Elvis knew exactly how to deliver it. The rhythm hits, the voice cuts through. You don't debate it, you feel it.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, Elvis is the buckle.
And that's the pattern. The songs people argue about are usually the ones that last, because they force a reaction. Neutral doesn't survive. This does. Even now, it sparks conversation. So maybe the goal was never to be liked by everyone. Maybe the goal was to be impossible to ignore. And on that level, this didn't just win, it dominated.
Billy started playing with that evil Jezebel. Oh yeah, Elvis is the buckle again.
Deep in the dark, your kiss will thrill me like days of old.
Number 13. Twilight Time, The Platters.
In the afterglow of day, we keep our rendezvous.
Slow, smooth, almost weightless. A song that feels like it's floating. No urgency, no tension, just atmosphere. Some listeners called it too soft, too predictable. But that misses the point. This isn't about surprise, it's about control. Every note lands exactly where it should. Every harmony is deliberate. And that precision creates something rare, calm that actually holds attention.
In love again, as I did then.
In a world chasing louder, faster, bigger, this went the opposite direction and still worked. Why? Because emotion doesn't always need intensity. Sometimes it needs space, room to breathe. And this song gives it that. Even today, it feels untouched, timeless, not because it's complex, but because it's consistent. And consistency, done right, becomes identity.
At last at twilight time.
Won't you wear my ring up around your neck to tell the
Number 14. Wear My Ring Around Your Neck, Elvis Presley.
I love you so, and let them know by the ring.
Possessive, direct, no ambiguity. Wear My Ring. That's not a suggestion, that's a statement. And in 1958, that hit differently. Some fans loved the confidence. Others saw control. Too much, too intense. But again, that tension drove attention. Because the delivery matters. Elvis didn't ask, he declared. And that confidence turned a simple idea into something bigger, catchier, harder to ignore.
Won't you wear my ring around your neck to tell
The rhythm pulls you in. The repetition locks it. And suddenly, you're hooked. Even if you question it. And that's the trick. Not every song needs agreement. Some just need engagement. This one gets it instantly. So maybe the real question isn't, is it right? Maybe it's, why can't you stop listening? Because that's where the real power is.
let them know I love you so, and let them
I told the witch doctor I was in love with you. I told the witch doctor I was in.
Number 15. Witch Doctor, David Seville. Ooh, ee, ooh, ah, ah. And your brain is stuck. No meaning, no logic, just sound. And somehow, it became massive. That's the part people still struggle with, because it breaks the rules completely. Lyrics? Minimal. Structure? Weird. Voice? Artificial. But impact? Immediate. Kids loved it. Adults were confused. Critics dismissed it. And still, it spread.
I told the witch doctor you didn't love me true. I told the witch doctor you didn't love.
Fast, because it tapped into something deeper than understanding. Reaction. Pure, instant response. You don't analyze it, you repeat it. And that's dangerous, because it proves a point most creators don't want to face. You don't need depth to go viral. You need memorability. And this is impossible to forget, even when you want to.
Ting tang, walla walla bing bang. Ooh ee ooh ah ah. Ting tang, walla walla bing bang. You
stepped out the truck, put my feet on the floor. I wrapped the towel around me and I opened, rolling at the door.
In the afterglow of day, we keep our rendezvous.
Won't you wear my ring around your neck to tell?
All right, so what did we just learn? Some of the biggest hits in history weren't the most complex or the most meaningful. They were the most memorable. One word, a strange story, a simple hook. That's all it took to beat songs people spent months perfecting. And that's uncomfortable, because it flips everything we think we know about music. Maybe people don't choose songs because they're better. Maybe they choose what sticks, what hits fast, what feels instant. And once it's in your head, it's already won. So next time you hear a song that sounds too simple, don't underestimate it. because history already proved simple doesn't mean weak. Sometimes, simple is exactly what makes it unstoppable.